Let's talk about something that doesn't get said enough within business and with showing up, especially when it comes to content creation. Showing up online can feel really uncomfortable. Even for those of us who have done it for a little while, it can feel uncomfortable. And I know it did for me when we first started our journey in building online communities. And if you have ever stared at the camera and gone blank, trust me, I've done it too. Typed a post and then deleted it, I've done that as well. Overthought something for hours and still not hit publish, you're not alone, because I've done that too. And it is part of the journey. This is not something that comes natural to everyone. This appearing online, consistently being available to others. It isn't about confidence. It isn't about capability, because you know your stuff and you know you're capable. It is about fear. It is that psychological nature about fear, about protecting ourselves, that stops us from showing up online. And I think we need to acknowledge that the fear is there. And more specifically, the fear of being seen, the fear of being judged, and the fear of getting it wrong is quite often what stops us putting content out there or saying the thing that I wanted to say. So today we're going to go through some ways and some strategies that will help you overcome that fear in a way that actually helps you show up and not just think about it. So if you've been the person that hasn't been typing the post yet, who hasn't been doing the video, then this video is for you.
Welcome to the Talk Podcast with ideas strategist Linda Reed-Enever. Talk is where we chat about ideas and inspiration you can use to market your business. Get ready for practical tips you can implement today with your host, Linda Reed-Enever.
So first of all, we need to understand what we're actually afraid of. Before we can fix it, we need to name it. And by understanding it, it's going to make it a little bit less confronting along the way. Because most people say that I am scared to show up online. Okay, that's the statement. But that's not the real fear behind it. It is just literally that, a statement that I'm scared to show up online. The real fear is actually underneath that statement. They are things like, what if people judge me? Now I get it. People judge me for talking fast. I talk with my hands. They do it. What if I say the wrong thing? We're all going to say the wrong thing. We've done it before, but you might as well be out there saying the right thing most of the time for the one time you do say the wrong thing. What if no one responds? Not everyone responds. People lurk. And what if people do respond? And that's a big one, because visibility just doesn't bring opportunity, it brings attention to you. I want you to ask yourself right now, what am I actually worried will happen? That's it. What am I actually worried will happen? Because when you name the fear, if it's people judging you or if it's getting things wrong, it becomes something we can work on, and not something that controls us, but something that we can work with. So now we've named the fear, here's one of the biggest mindset shifts I tend to teach along the journey. Stop making content creation and appearing online about you. And I say that with so much care because I've been there too. When we're scared to show up, our focus is on us. It is on how we look, how we sound, what people will think. It is not on our audience. Our audience isn't sitting there analyzing us. They just want us to share the really good pieces of information. They're thinking when they see something from you, does it help me? Do I feel understood? Is this relevant to me? So if you can stop asking yourself, do I sound good? And change it into something like, will this help my audience? Is it engaging? Then you're now a helpful guide. Instead of what will people think? Then you're going to ask yourself along the lines, who needs to hear this today, so that you can make sure you share that content in the right space. Because when we shift the focus to serving and helping, fear starts to loosen its grip, because we're there to help the people and we're putting our hero cape on, ready to go rescue. We then need to lower the pressure to be perfect, because perfection is just fear in a disguise, dressed up in a really nice outfit, okay? So we tell ourselves, I'll post when it's better. I'll record when I feel more confident. And even today when I'm recording these videos, I'm not feeling my best, but I want to be out there making sure that you show up. What that statement says is, I'll show up when I feel safe. But the reality is, we don't actually build the confidence in doing something before we show up. We build the confidence by showing up and doing the thing regularly. So instead of aiming for the perfect video or feeling 100%, aim for providing something that is helpful, that's clear, and consistently engages with your audience, and done and out there. Because done and out there is better than sitting in your inbox forever. So Here's something that I would like you to hold on to. The first version of what you create does not need to be your best version and never will it be. It just needs to exist. Because done creates momentum and perfection will delay you from getting that momentum. So we're going to start small and build consistency rather than suddenly becoming visible everywhere. Okay, we're going to start small. We're going to get done. And that's where burnout and fear will combine and will stop completely when we feel like we have to be everywhere. So we're going to start with one post, one video, one email. If you can do that each and every week, you're going really well. That's it. It's simple. You're now getting out there and you're online and you can build from that. Then you can build in those extra videos because confidence and trust and the breakdown of fear isn't built in big moments. It's built in repetition. I like to think of it like this. The first time you show up, it feels hard. The 5th time, it's a little bit easier along the way. The 10th time, you're starting to find your groove and then your rhythm and you're starting to be you again. And the content gets easier. So our job when we're creating content is not to be fearless, not to not feel uncomfortable. It's to show up despite the fear and the uncomfortableness. If showing up feels overwhelming to you, we need to make it feel safer. Okay, you just need to make it feel safer. And you can do this by choosing formats that feel comfortable to you. So if you're a natural writer, write. If you like to talk, do video. If you just want to put some tips out there with some posts, do that. Record things without posting immediately. Give yourself time to come back and do it. And then try practicing in smaller spaces. It might be to your email list. It might be to a group that you run. It might be to a close audience, or it could be in an inner circle like our Ideas, Impact and Marketing circle. Planning what you're going to say is going to take away some of that fear. So you just have some key points, some simple structure, and some talking points. Because when you remove the unknown of what am I meant to be saying, you reduce the fear. Okay. And over time, what felt scary will become familiar. What felt uncomfortable will become normal. And you'll start doing content creation like me on days even when you don't feel like turning up and your voice is a little husky like in this video. So let's address the big one here. What will people think? I get it. I even think of it now every time we do a video because people will have opinions when we put our content out there. But the reality is it's a content filter. The right people will resonate with it. The wrong people will either scroll or they'll troll. And both are okay because scrolling on is fine. Trolling gets us engagement. Right people who resonate with us is fine. Not everyone is our audience and not everyone needs to understand us. So the reframe for this one, if no one sees you, then no one can be helped by you. Okay, so if you don't put your content out there, then you can't help the people that you're wanting to help. So staying hidden doesn't protect you. It limits the impact that you can create for you, your business, and your potential clients. So stop hiding behind the fear and allow yourself to come out there for the people who need you. If fear has been holding you back from showing up, all I want you to do today is name what you're actually afraid of and then deal with it. Shift your focus on helping others, let go of the perfection and start with small steps. We only need small steps. That creates momentum. And then we create a way of showing up that feels safe to us. And most importantly, you just need to take action. One action today. Just get out there, engage on a post, because the more you take action, the more you engage, the confidence will build. Confidence won't come before we act. And if you would like support in this area and building your visibility, your confidence and strategies around showing up, that's exactly what we do in the Ideas, Impact and Marketing Circle. We can take the pressure off by helping you show up and get engaged together with a community of business owners just like you. Until next time, I'm Linda Reed-Enever. I'm Ideas, Impact and Marketing Strategist, and I help you create impact by teaching you what I do. If you know someone who needs help with visibility, please share this with them. And please let me know what action you're going to take today in the comments.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talk with Linda Reed-Enever. Make sure you subscribe via your favourite podcast app so you don't miss the next great episode. You can find more ideas and inspiration at enevergroup.com.au.